Saturday Night Live with forward Team Richard, Trey Chaplin, Justin Stinka, Oliver Moniz, Gavin Gary, Luke Gary, Jason Muscat, Gallon Ian, Giacomo Martino, Max Anderson, Tyler Dyson, Nicholas Sikora, Landon Gunderson, Eden Buckall, with defenseman Drake Murray, Christian Lyons, Liam Upgott, Jake Delaney, Shane Gould, Landon Nye, Cole Tomorrow, Anthony Lane Samaki, Owen Heath, and goaltenders Bjorn Bronis, Samuel Urbane, head coach Jason Kersner, assistant coaches Alex Doyle and Jacob Pritchard, and the star of our show tonight, play-by-play announcer Ronnie Bedeen.
On a cool 45-degree day here in Sioux City, Iowa, we've got a big matchup here coming up between the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders and the Sioux City Musketeers. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the broadcast booth. I'm Ronnie Vedeen here with you all. Well, safe to say last night was, safe to say it was a good game. I think that would be kind of an understatement, to be quite honest with you. However, though, we were able to get it done. We went up, of course, early. We were up 2-0 early in that game. Dubuque had a nice second to come back, and then, well, it was a little slow starting for the third, but we got one with about 8.5 minutes left. They did review it because Dubuque's coach was an idiot and thought Gunderson hit his own, or Gunderson hit him or something. I don't even know, to be quite honest with you. But, yeah, so, hey, we got the win. It might not be pretty, but you know what? We got it. 1 plus an empty netter, as I like to say. So, yeah, but tonight we have got a whole new matchup. Cedar Rapids, they lost a tough game versus Des Moines last night. 3-2 was the final score in that one. Of course, Sioux City Fort. Well, I guess I already said that. So, yeah. Well, Cedar Rapids, going into this game, they're 25-28, 2-3. That is 55 points. And good for 6th place on the season. They clinched a playoff spot last night, actually. So, yeah, now we've got all 12 teams locked and loaded for postseason action. So that's pretty exciting. Sioux City, they come into this at 30-21, 3-4. That is 67 points on the year. They have 6 straight wins. They are on fire. And you know what? If you get hot at the right time, then that's what will happen. I tell you for sure. But, yeah, it should be a fun one here tonight. They've got billet appreciation night tonight. So all the billets get some fine gifts from the players. Usually each billet family holds usually anywhere between 1 to 5 at the most, but it's usually 2 or 3 that they house on average. So yeah, I'd say there's probably 12 or 13 billet families, so 20 something players, 25, 26, obviously throughout the season. So now that averages about right, obviously. Oh, Jake Delaney slipped, so that was nice. Oh, billet mom. Aw, that's so nice. Might as well, right? But anyway. Yeah, so, well, we've got a fun night here tonight. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll see how these teams stack up against each other, and we'll have the lineups. Puck drop's going to be delayed by about 5 minutes because of this, 5 to 10 minutes because of this. So, yeah, we'll take a break. We'll be back. Don't go away.
This man right here is my great-grandfather. He's the first cat herder in our family.
Cat. Don't let anybody tell you it's easy. Anybody can herd cattle. Holding together 10,000 half wild short hairs. Well, that's another thing altogether.
Being a cat herder is probably about the toughest thing I think I've ever done.
I got this one this morning, right here. And if you look at his face, he's just ripped to shreds, You see the movies, you hear the stories. I'm living a dream. Not everyone can do what we do. I wouldn't have done.
I realized I was playing the wrong commercial. Whoops.
Welcome to the X Factor.
This is an audition worth $5 million. Absolute total rubbish.
Actually agreeing with you.
If you want me to come down there, let's go. We can go outside.
Shucks it and start singing.
Yo. It's ridiculous.
You know what?
That was mature.
What are you looking at? Why are they doing this to us?
You really want a singing career?
I'm gonna have to say no. People like you inspire me.
I think it's time for you to leave the stage. The X Factor premieres Wednesday, September 21st on Fox.
Welcome to Big Brother. This is big. I feel like I suck so bad in competition. Oh!
Baby, well, you're very
America, hold on to your seats. The new season of Big Brother coming soon to CBS.
Hey, the guys coming over to watch a game. Aren't you worried about them drinking all the Bud Light? Time to worry. Look what I had installed. A secret revolving wall. Dude, you're a genius.
Guys, hurry up! Hey, bring it back!
Refreshingly smooth Bud Light. Always worth it. Magic Fresh. Magic Fresh. Are we on yet? Are we on yet? We on yet? Hi, folks. Hello, everybody. Do we have a big one for you today?
Jordan gets the ball. He drives down the left side of the fairway.
Bo Jackson catches it on the wall and fires a bullet to McEnroe.
Jackson.
And now a word from our sponsor. Shoes. Over to you, Dick. Over to you, Kurt. Over to you, Tommy. Over to you, Dick. No, the other Dick.
Over to you, Harry.
We are told of.
Lovely. And now a word from our sponsor.
Nice shoes. Ricky, take the puck up the ice and put it back in.
Out of the bunker.
Nice shoes. I couldn't have said it better myself.
In all my 10 years,
This is a sportscaster. I've never, ever story. Of course, some stories are bigger than others. Okay, guys, here we go. Everybody say, cheese. Got it.
Welcome back, everybody. We have a new addition to the team, which I haven't told you about yet. His name is Adam Salon. Through the whole billet appreciation night thing, he was the last one to walk out to his billet family, and I thought, okay, I didn't know. Because it's on the league website, but there's nothing on the Musketeers website or anything like that that, signifies the fact that, he's on there, I guess. That's what I'm trying to say. On our official roster. But he is now, I guess. So he's not playing tonight, but yeah. So those are some kind of interesting things I guess I picked up on throughout the week. So, obviously he's not going to be in the game tonight, but, maybe come playoff time, I guess, is what they're keeping him for. So, yeah, I really don't know, to be quite honest with you. Anyway, we've got a Final Four score update. We're going to have so many score updates tonight with the Final Four. Tri-Cities and Fargo tonight. We're going to have that one to update you on quite a bit throughout the night. So, yeah. Right now, Auburn leads Florida 36-29. Florida basket just missed, so. But yeah, we'll keep our eyes on that here throughout the night. God, I hope Florida wins it. They have to win it, because I chose them to win. My bracket has gone to absolute crap. Well, I was in first pretty much the entire March Madness until last Friday, where I dropped to 5th, and that's where I've been ever since. So that has really sucked for me. But anyway, back to our pregame show. See, like I said, we're going to have a whole lot of time because the billet appreciation night ceremony, all that took about... So we'll start in about 12, 13 minutes, something like that. But anyway, let's see how these teams stack up against each other. For Cedar Rapids, they score 2.84 goals a game. They give up 3.09 goals a contest. Their power play is 14th in the league, so third to last at 17.2%. Their penalty kill, as it is at 14th as well, at 74.5%. Sioux City, they score 3.68 goals a game. They give up 3.26. Their power play, right around the middle of the league, 22.8%. That's 8th in the entire league. Their penalty kill, though, perfect. Well, pretty much perfect, because they're in first in that category, 83.9%. So, yeah, let's see. I'm going to just check here. Okay, so we're going to well, it's now time to get to the scratches for both these teams tonight. That's what I'm trying to say. I'll start off with Cedar Rapids. Joe Mentz, the former Musketeer. He's injured. Oh, my. Dang it, but that's okay. Grant Young, Simon Seidel, he is injured as well. Chance Burleson is a healthy scratch as far as we know. And Dylan Hunt is injured as well for Sioux City. Cole Tuminaro, Tyler Dysert, obviously, and then Jake Delaney is a healthy scratch tonight. Coach Kersey juggling up the lines a little bit, at least in terms of defensemen. Not too much, though. It's pretty much the fourth line and the extras, or the third line and the extras, sorry, that he's shaking up here tonight. But first we'll get to Cedar Rapids' starting lineup. At left wing, Jason Musa. At center, Hans Martin Ovebny. At right wing, Robert Chalan. At left defense, Mason Vig. And at right defense, Hawk Huff. And their starting goaltender is going to be AJ Riles. So, yeah. And then Sioux City will run down their full line chart now. First line, of course, why would we break them up? Dallas View, Landon Gunderson, and Tate Pritchard. Second line, or as Coach Kersey likes to call it, 1A. Giacomo Martino, or line 1A, not round 1A. I don't know what I was trying to say there, but Giacomo Martino, Oliver Smerniks, and Trey Jeffress. Third line, Nick Sikora, Kaysen Musket, and Nikita Klepov. Fourth line, Luke Gary, Gavin Gary, and Justin Stupka. The defensemen go like this. At left defense, Landon Nyes. Well, this is the first line. Landon Nyes and Liam Hupka. Second line, Anthony Elaine Samaki and Drake Murray. Third line, Owen Keefe and Christian Lyons. And then the extra defenseman tonight is Shane Gold. I forgot the extra forward, Max Anderson. Hasn't played since March 15th. I thought, you know, he was going to be in it for the 3 games or whatever, and then he'd be done for the year. Well, at least until postseason. But, yeah, he's back for postseason. Or he's back, well, for this final 2 weekends and then the postseason. So have him a permanent fixture on our team is going to be really, really solid because holy smokes. Throughout those 3 games, he was quite a presence on the ice. I'll tell you that much. But, yeah, so I'll be really excited for that. Let's see. Along with Adam Salon, which we'll see him in the lineup sooner rather than later, I would assume. So, yeah, well, we got through all of our pregame babble. Oh, the backup goaltender tonight for Sioux City, Samuel Urban. They're going to get Bjorn the start tonight, as they probably should. We'll see Sammy tomorrow afternoon against Tri-City, probably more than likely. So, yeah. Let's see if Florida's gotten their crap together yet or not. Well, nope, not yet. 45-38. And it'll be the end of the first half in about 12 seconds. 7-6. Auburn's trying to get one more shot. Well, they didn't get it. Can't even get a damn rebound either, but the clock has expired. So 45-38, Auburn leads. Sorry, I'm just... So, yeah, that's just lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I've got Florida winning it all, so they better figure out their crap. That's all I'm going to say. Because if I say anything else offensive, I'm getting taken off the air. So, although it looks like they're going to review something right now. From what it looks like, not entirely sure what. I guess there was a foul or whatever with like less than a second left that they're reviewing, but I don't know. It's the end of the first half. Does it really matter? I don't think it does, but you never know sometimes around here, I'll tell you that much. Let's see. Well, since we still got a little bit of time left, I'll tell you about our broadcast schedule. Tomorrow, of course, Tri-City comes into town. 4:05 p.m. Eastern Time is Puck Drop. We'll be on the air for that at 3:45 Eastern Time. Monday night, of course, we got the national championship game in college hoops, so that'll be some very exciting stuff. And then, let's see, what else do we have? Tuesday night, we have got NBA action, I believe. Yes, Boston Celtics versus the New York Knicks. That'll be Tuesday night. And we also have basketball Wednesday night, too, between the Lakers and the Memphis Grizzlies. And then we have hockey Thursday night, too, Carolina versus Washington. Boy, we're in the thick of a long week of broadcasts, so that's not too shabby. And then we'll have the final 2 games of the regular season for Sioux City next Friday and Saturday night. Sioux City will be in Waterloo, and then they will be in Des Moines Saturday night. And then we've got another hockey game the next day, Pittsburgh and Boston in the NHL. So it is definitely a lot of games we have got on tapped over these over this next week and a half pretty much. So yeah, but hey, RVN, you're home for championship television. We've got the NBA Finals and the Stanley Cup Finals in June. you know, we've got the national championship game. We do the Super Bowl, of course, every year, and the World Series every year. March Madness. I mean, yeah. So, did we make a change in goal or? Hang on. Cedar Rapids is just coming on the ice, so we might have had a change in goal. Change of heart by the coach. Or maybe not, because they both got sticks in their hands, which I don't know why the backup would have his stick in his hand, but that might have just been, like I said, for luck, yeah, because he just went back to the bench. So it will be AJ Riles in net for Cedar Rapids. God, that scared me when I saw him come out, and I was like, But yeah, we're good. We're good on that. Yeah, they're just finishing up the arena hype videos, I guess you could call them. We'll have the flag guys out on the ice here shortly. Yeah, well, I'm not sure if any of these teams really have anything to play for tonight, unfortunately. Cedar Rapids, they've already clinched. I don't think there's any way they could get into fifth, really, I don't think. Yeah, no, at least not tonight. And then Sioux City, there's a chance we could clinch, or we could go up to third, but it's pretty slim. So, and I'm not holding my breath too much on that one. Although, hey, we have Waterloo, who's in third Friday night, so who knows? We could move up to third, although I really don't want to. We play better against Lincoln than we do against Sioux Falls, although the last time we played Lincoln was horse crap. There they are. The flag guys are out on the ice now. But yeah, Sioux City looking for their 7th straight win. I mean, it's crazy the hot streak they've been on so far here these past couple of weeks. Anyway, coming up here shortly, we'll have our starting lineup, the national anthem. We'll take a look at our starting goaltenders, and then we're going to have puck drop here. So, yeah, big game, I guess you could say, for Sioux City. Not so much for Cedar Rapids, but that's okay.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, please stand at your able and face Old Glory the rest of the arena for the singing of the national anthem. by Danielle Pickering.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Let's hear it for Danielle Pickering.
Alrighty, now time for our starting goaltenders for Cedar Rapids. AJ Riles, 2018 1-3 on the air with the 2.74 goals against average and a .888 save percentage with 4 shutouts somehow. I don't know how in the world, you know, your stats suck that much, but yet you still have 4 shutouts. That doesn't make sense to me. But it's just funny how stats work sometimes. Urbon Bronis 8-7, 2-4, 3.29 goals against average and a .885 save percentage with 1 shutout and 2 penalty minutes. It'll be Cedar Rapids' 3rd line against the Musketeers' 4th line to start things out. Gavin Gary will take the draw with Hans Martin Ovebny. Maybe. Maybe not. Who knows? We are off and underway. Gavin Gary wins the draw. Puck will roll into the corner. There's an immediate shot and a stop by Bronis from Jason Musa. Just 8 seconds into this one. Face-off will come to the right of Bjorn Bronis. Ovebny will take the draw with Justin Stupka. Ovebny wins the draw, gets back there for Shalon, but now taking Owen Keefe up Gavin Gary towards center to his brother Luke. Into the corner, taken there by Hawk Huff. A Sioux Falls acquisition along with John McNeilis. We'll see him out there a little bit later. Here's Luke Gary with it now for Owen Keefe off the boards. Puck will roll into the hands of Riles. Riles plays it off over to Huff. Off the boards there for Musa in the corner. There Landon Nyes back behind the net. Hopka's there. Here's Landon Nyes with it now. Nyes behind the net. Off the glass out towards center. There now for Shalon. Shalon throws one down into the corner. There now for Cole Hiles. Hiles back behind the net. Hiles out there, Dallas View with it. View into the corner and a scramble for it. Looks like we're going to have a penalty coming up here. And on Cedar Rapids, it better be. A hook will be called, and it will. And Sioux City will have the power play. Interesting. Boy, Muskies on the early power play here. 22.5%. That's 8th in the league. Their penalty kill's god-awful, so that'll help too. Face-offs one, it'll come back for Martino. This is our 5 forwards. Power play unit number 1, we like to call it. Here's Martino with it. Martino feeds it on over to Tate Pritchard. Pritchard picked up by Gavin Gary. Back to Tate Pritchard towards the blue line. There, Giacomo Martino. Gavin Gary and back for Martino. Martino throws it towards Gunderson back behind the net. Gunderson on to Nick Sikora. Sikora for Tate Pritchard at the blue line. Pritchard and there Martino. Martino feeds it on Gavin Gary. In there in front, Gunderson. Puck went nowhere except behind the net. Cleared but not out. Martino rolls off a stick, and here comes Cedar Rapids back shorthanded, 2-0. Vega shot saved by Urban, and it goes into the corner. He could have passed it to his right-hand man there, but he just didn't. Here's Gunderson with it. Pass across, went wide. That's why they're in 6th place. Although here's another shorthanded break, and a stop by Bonus! Well, that one was from Charles Blanchard, and some extras going on afterwards. Face off will come to the left of Bronis. Boy, 3 big stops already from Bronis here tonight. 58 seconds left to go on the power play here for Sioux City. We got power play unit number 2 out there. This time it's 4 forwards and 1 D. And the D's got the puck. Nyes. Stupka, now Merniks. Feeds one on. Merniks in the corner. Rolls out towards center there for Landon Nyes. Here's Nyes. On over to Nikita Klepov. Klepov there for Luke Gary. Feeds it on Stupka. Shot. Save made Riles. Rebound. It's cleared, but not out. Here's Nyes feeding it down into the corner there for Luke Gary. On back Landon Nyes cannot control the pass. Nyes picks that one up. Rolls towards center. Nyes flings it down into the corner there. Riles, he's going to play. And he's going to clear. Well, wasn't a good clear. But here's Nelson with it. Nelson out towards the blue line there for Klepov. Klepov now Merniks at center. Merniks feeds it on over there to Drake Murray. Murray, oh, hey, Hiles right out to the box. Shot hit the post. Hiles knocks down a guy. That's dumb, but oh my. Here's Hiles with it down there in the corner. Hiles out towards center. Off the boards, puck will roll back behind the net there for Bronis. Drake Murray will handle that one. Murray out to trade Jeffress. Jeffress off the boards. Puck will roll back behind the net there. Riles. They'll play it there for Huff. Huff feeds one off the skate of Nick Romeo. Convenient, I'll tell you that much. Romeo, it's the same damn thing. Murray with it now. Elaine Samaki. Puck will roll into the corner. Huff plays it around the boards there. Nick Romeo with it. Romeo out towards center. Picked up Huff. Intercepted by Dallas View. Here's View with it. Puck will roll down into the corner. Taken there by Martin Masha. Masha in the corner there with Huff. Huff flings one down the length of the ice. That one batted down. Hupka in the corner. Picked up there John McNeilis. That was he and Huff came together in a trade. Puck will roll back behind the net, quite funnily, I might add, from Romeo. Now Gunderson will clear it down ice. It'll roll past Riles, and it'll be called an icing. Face-off will come to the left of Bjorn Bronis. Taking the draw, Daniel Ostapovich and Landon Gunderson. Ostapovich wins the draw. There's a shot got deflected into the netting and out of play. I was wondering if they were going to catch that or not, but thank God they did. Face off will come to the left of Bronis. Merniks will take the draw with Noel Ostapovich. They did a 360 at the last minute. Well, now Ogren will come in and take the draw. Hopefully he's pumped up with espresso. Face-off's one, puck will roll into the corner. There now for Martino. Martino out towards center. Boy, a hit. That was Fenton on Jeffress. That wasn't very nice, I'll tell you that much. Here's Shane Gold with it now. Gold out towards center. Gold picked up there. Giacomo Martino there for Ostapovich. Martino with it. There for Lions. Lions on over there for Shane Gold. Gold on over into the hands of Grant Nelson. Nelson on out down there in the corner. Nelson feeds one out towards the blue line. Back behind the net. There's Jeffress with it now. Jeffress in the corner. Oh, Gold gets laid out there by Ogren. That wasn't good. Here's Huff with it. Huff throws one down into the corner there for Christian Lyons. Lyons on out towards center ice. Mason Vig will handle that one. Vig fires it back behind the net there. Bronis looked like it was maybe going to play it, but he didn't. Christian Lyons with it into the corner. Oliver Merniks on for Giacomo Martino. Here's Shane Gold. He'll clear it down ice. And icing. Okay, that was a little strange, but what can I say?
You can see their guys, and they can fill their prescriptions all under one roof. So they can get health center. It just makes our lives easier.
Face-off will come to the right of Bjorn Bronis. Merniks will take the draw with Thomas Vandenberg. Vandenberg wins the draw. However, it rolls into the hands of Giacomo Martino. If it was only that easy, you know. Martino now intercepted there by Martin Masha. Puck dumped down into the corner, wide of Riles. I thought maybe they would call an icing on that, but hey, we'll take that. They will on that one, though.
If something happens to you, is your family taken care of?
Face-off will come to the right of Riles. Looks like we've got the Sikora, Musket, and Klepov line out there, along with Murray and Elaine Samaki. Musket will take the draw with Vandenberg. Face-off's one. They have a hard time getting it out of the circle, though. There's a shot, went wide from Sikora. Mason Kraft will shoot one off the boards towards center. Picked up there by Drake Murray. Murray out towards center. Off the stick of Sikora. It rolls into the corner. Here's Klepov with it. Klepov out towards the blue line. Klepov in there. Musket. Pass across the lane. Samaki. Shot went up high and wide. It comes back to the point there for Drake Murray. Into the corner. Sikora. Little spinorama in the corner. There for Musket. Although he is buried there by Olvebny, which wasn't a very smart thing to do. I'll tell you that much. Puck will be sent out there for Drake Murray. Murray throws it into the hands of Riles, who throws it to his right-hand man, Nelson. At least I'm assuming that's who it is, but, you know. Anyway, here's Musa with it. Musa on out, Slezak. Slezak on a cross shot, got blocked there by Luke Gary. Slezak, he's #1 in penalty minutes in the league, so expect him to get maybe 4 or 5 tonight. Shot got blocked there in front. Chelan with it. Now Stupka off the boards out towards center. Picked up there for Joseph Fenton. Fenton feeds it on across there for Ostapovich. There towards center. Yeah, Slezak, he's the captain, but yet he's got the most penalty minutes in the league. How does that work? I don't know. Here's Keefe with it down there in the corner. Stupka on Gavin Gary. Fires one off the boards there. Luke Gary, a little poke check into the hands there of Hawk Huff. In the corner, taking Mason Vig out towards center ice. Heath Nelson with it. Landon Eyes was there, though. Puck will roll back behind the net. Liam Hupka will take it down there in the corner. Hupka feeds it on over to Landon Nyes. Off the boards, Luke Gary. Hawk Huff stays around the blue line. Stupka off the boards. It'll roll into the hands of Mason Vig. Vig with it. Vig out towards center. Vig, Romeo mishandles that one. Hupka's there. They're around the blue line. Hiles with it. Passes one on across to Slezak. Slezak on over to Vig. Vig off the boards. There into the hands of Liam Hupka. Hupka tipped there, Dallas View. Blanchard with it. Will throw one down into the corner. Hupka's there, so's Gunderson. Gunderson on out, Dallas View, batted around. View chips one into the hands of Tate Pritchard. Pritchard, Slezak's in his way. Bronis drags one back behind the net there for Nyes. Nyes picked up there by Dallas View. View on over to Landon Gunderson. Gunderson, boy, he gets smashed there by Vig. That wasn't a nice thing to do, I'll tell you that much. Puck will roll down wide of Bronis. Icing is called. 10:49 left to go here in this first period. We'll take a break. I think, maybe. No? Okay.
Fans, remind you to keep your hands on first round playoff tickets starting on Monday at 10 a.m. Tickets will be on sale. That first round playoff matchup with all the Sioux City with Game North.
Face-off will come to the right of Ryltz. Face-off's one. Puck will roll out towards the blue line there for Hansen. There now Elaine Samaki on out. Martino fires one, went wide of Ryltz. Puck will roll down into the corner. Picked up there Elaine Samaki. Into the hands there of Vandenberg. Picked up there by Martino. Martino, nice moves. Feeds it on Jeffress. Puck will roll into the corner there for Masha. Masha out towards center ice. Picked up there by McNeilis. McNeilis off the boards. Tries to spin around Elaine Samaki. Cannot. Puck will roll out towards center. Bronis leaves it there for Elaine Samaki. Elaine Samaki. Uh-oh. What happened? Oh, well, we'll take a break. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere.
Fans, let's go to the top of section 106 of Brad.
This man right here is my great grandfather. He's the first cat herder in our family.
Herding cats. Don't let anybody tell you it's easy. Anybody can herd cattle. Holding together 10,000 half wild short hairs, well, that's another thing altogether.
Being a cat herder is probably about the toughest thing I think I've ever done.
I got this one this morning, right here. And if you look at his face, it's just ripped to shreds, you know? You see the movies, you hear the stories. I'm living a dream. Not everyone can do what we do. I wouldn't do nothing else. It ain't an easy job, but when you bring a herd into town and you ain't lost to one of them, ain't a feeling like in the world.
Welcome back, everybody. 10:07 left to go in the first period. We're tied up at 0. Face-off will come in front of the Musketeers bench. Ovebny will take the draw with Musket. I thought I was going to get all that out in one mouthful. I didn't. That's okay. Here's Slezak with it. Fires it back in behind the net of Bronis. Sakura with it there for Chelan. And a scramble forward there with Ovebny. Chelan will take that one. Now Musket pins him up against the boards. Ovebny with it down there in the corner. Behind the net there for Musa. Musa back for Ovebny. Behind the net, Ovebny. On out. There for Fenton. Back Ovebny. He'll lose control of the puck. Here's Klepov feeding it on. Oh, bounced off a couple of skates there. Here's Ovebny with it. Muskies were going to go for a line change, but that wasn't going to happen. Puck up for grabs. Here's Kason Musket with it. Musket feeds it on across, intercepted there by Ovebny. Ovebny rolls back the other way there for Musa. Musa pass across Ovebny. Ovebny to Musa. Wide open net. They somehow couldn't convert. That's crazy. Hoff shot stopped by Bronis. Oh my, we'll take another break. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere. I think. I thought I heard the buzzer sound. That must have just been me. Although why'd they do it twice in less than a minute, I don't know, but Looks like Bronus, when he made the save, lost some part of his equipment or something. Something happened. Looks like with the right pad or something like that. Lost some straps or something like that. That's what I like about you. Now Cedar Rapids' trainer just went down the tunnel, so someone get hurt or something like that, or what? Okay, they will take a timeout. We'll take a break. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere.
I can't believe it. It's my first blind date.
Oh, I do it all the time.
Really? Whew. You guys meet? Greg, Janice?
We sure did.
That was stupid. Great. This is smart, but beep your service for just $1.99 a month. From who else? Smart Beep. Call 1-800-BEEP-199 for other smart stuff, like directions.
We've got chemistry here. You feel it?
I felt it.
All right, Janice.
Roll that tire to the person sitting in front of you. Take that stick and put the puck in the net. I don't care how you do it. I was gonna say, no one told me that we were gonna have a goal. All right, come on. Get set, go.
Welcome back, everybody. 9:11 left to go in this first period. We are tied up at 0 right now between Cedar Rapids and Sioux City. Right now they're having a contest out on the ice. You have to take the tire, roll it from one blue line to another, and then shoot the puck. Oh, you could shoot it from the blue line, or you can go on a breakaway without skates and shoot it into the net. Whatever floats your boat. So, yeah, those are always so much fun. Looks like Bronus's equipment issue is still not 100% solved. I guess he was doing a couple of laps around the goal, and something still seems a little off, I guess. I think we're all ready to go now, maybe.
Soon, if you're looking for the best deal on tires or out, and then the Green Line Tire sells tools by 9 feet or $11.75 for Sioux City. Green Line Tire also does just tires.
Well, face-off will come to the right of Bronus. He's still at the bench now, so will be Musket and Astapovich when we get back to play. Boy, that puck must have really did a number on his right pad. All right, now the players are just staying loose, skating around the ice. About the best they can do right now. Because, yeah, this is taking quite a while to do. I mean, we had a couple situations last week in Chicago where the backup had to come in for a little bit. Well, let's see if Bronus, he's doing a lap or two. Well, now the linesman's going to try and figure out what the problem is. I wonder if the puck maybe got stuck. No, it looks like they're picking up some straps off the ground, so. Alrighty, I think we're ready to go now. Face-off will come to the right of Bjorn Bronus. Astapovich will take the draw with Gavin Garrett, or excuse me, Kaysen Musket. It's the Musket. Well, now they got Max Anderson out there. Oh, I guess Gavin Gary, Kaysen Musket, and Max Anderson. Well, now Cedar Rapids has a problem. Astapovich must have broke his stick at the face-off, because of course he would. Just let him go at that point. I mean, God bless. Face-off might be one if they can get it free from the damn circle. Here's Bronus with it. Picked up there by Gavin Gary towards center. Anderson fires it back behind the net there. Rielts will take that one. Rielts feeds it around the boards into the hands of Gavin Gary. I'll send one down into the corner. 8:52 left to go here in this first period. We are tied up at 0. Boy, there's a big hit. One we needed, that's for sure. Here's Mason Kraft with it. Kraft in the corner. Hupka gives him a nice little check, and then Musket gives Astapovich a nice little check there, too. Puck's in a scramble for. Puck will roll out towards the blue line there for Gavin Gary. Here's Gary. Nice moves. Gavin Gary shot. Scores! Gavin Gary! It's 1-0. Sioux City on the board first. Boy, what a beautiful shot. Top shelf over the right shoulder of A.J. Riles. Boy, Gavin Gary has such a deadly shot. It's incredible. In and out in a second, pretty much. Gavin Gary's 11th goal on the season. Gary's got 2 goals in his last 2 games. Will now make that 3 in his last 3. Time of the goal, 11:34. Here's Vandenberg with it, a giveaway. Pritchard in a foot race with it. Slezak now will fling it back behind the net there. McNeilis scramble for there in front. Pritchard now picked up there by Dallas View in the corner. View back behind the net there for Drake Murray. Off the boards, here's View with it. View up the left side. View, a shot went wide. Puck will roll into the hands there of Gunderson. There's Murray with it, picked up there by McNeilis. McNeilis back the other way, feeds it on there for Vandenberg. Vandenberg in the corner. Gunderson will handle that one. Gunderson feeds it off there for Pritchard. Pritchard, nice moves. Gunderson rolls through a defender. Gunderson pass across, nobody open. Now here's Pritchard with it. There's Elaine Samaki with it. Picked up Gunderson with it. There now for Blanchard. Blanchard out towards center. Uh-oh, somebody lost their stick. Blanchard playing soccer there for a moment. Bronis feeds it on over there to Elaine Samaki. Owen Keefe and back. Elaine Samaki swipes one down. Into the Rapids zone. Gavin Gary with it. He gets buried there by Hiles. No penalty called, of course, because why would there be? Why, right? I mean, come on. Elaine Samaki shot got blocked. Here's Romeo with it. Gets the puck taken away from him. Now Chelan tries to pick it up. Here's Gavin Gary. Is he going to get 2? He'll roll up the right side. Gary gets flung into the boards there by Slezak. Of course, he's quite the dirty player as it is, so that's not really a surprise for him. Puck will roll back behind the net. I can't seem to get it free. Now they will. Here's Keefe with it there. Keefe feeds it on a cross pass in front. Went nowhere. Gavin Gary should have just shot at Riles instead of trying to pass it. But hey, it'll be Keefe into the hands of Merneeks. Merneeks feeds one back behind the net. Into the hands of Blanchard. Blanchard. Huff will take that one. Huff. In the corner, Trey Jeffress with it. Jeffress out in front. Giveaway there. Here's Olvebny back the other way. Olvebny flings one down wide of Bronis, taking their Mason Vig behind the net. At least he tried to. There's Jeffress with it out towards center. Jeffress gets buried by Williams, and a penalty is coming up. Interference will be the call. 14-12, time of the goal. Bobby Williams to the box. Interference, the call. Muskies are on a power play. We've got power play unit number 2 out there with Stupka, Nyes, View, Merneeks, and Martino. Take a couple of guys from each line and see what the hell will happen, pretty much. Face-offs one. Here's Nyes with it towards the blue line. Nyes feeds it on. Pass cannot be completed to Klepov, and Astapovich will clear it down ice. Here's Bronis with it back behind the net. Bronis Plays it on over there to Justin Stupka towards center. Stupka, nice moves. Feeds it on over there to Klepov. Klepov gets pinned up against the boards. Puck will roll back into the hands of Bjorn Bronis. Bronis will leave it there for Landon Nyes. Nyes with it back behind the net. Nyes picked up there. Stupka will take that one. Stupka feeds it on over there to Merniks. Merniks back behind the net. He's already a deadly weapon on the shorthanded attack, but let's see what happens on the power play. Well, it's a clear that we know that. Bronis, it looked like he was going to play it. Might as well have. I mean, why not? Now we got the 5 forwards out there. Here's Pritchard with it now. Pritchard. Bronis is good. Oh, that could have been real bad. Tried to play it and slipped with the puck. Here's Gunderson. Pass across, got batted down there by Blanchard. Gavin Gary, and now a clear. Here's Bronis with it back behind the net. Picked up there by Pritchard. Pritchard feeds it on back there for Martino. Martino towards center. Martino on over to Gunderson. Gunderson. Nice moves, Martino. Pass across the core. A shot got blocked by Ostapovich. 4:18 left to go here in this first period. Muskies have a 1-0 lead. Here's a GB with it. Feeds one on there for, well, now Martino will take it away. Here's Martino after it. 18 seconds left to go on the power play. There's a shot. Amin Hajibi will clear it down ice. That'll pretty much do it for the power play. Maybe one more rush up the ice, but we'll see. Here's Pritchard. Throws one back to Hupka. Yeah, this will be it on the power play. Over the first line will stay out there. Gunderson will handle that one off the boards. Gunderson down there in the corner. Gunderson on out. Martino, save made by Riles. Where's the guy at? Oh. There's usually a guy that throws t-shirts during that, so. Face off will come to the right of Riles. Musket will take the draw with Daniel Ostapovich. Face-off's won. Here's Keefe with it now. Keefe fires one wide. In the corner, it's taken there by Heath Nelson. Nelson out towards center, picked up there by Mason Kraft. Kraft there for Charlie Vig, picked up by Heath Nelson. Keefe batted around. There now Vig into the corner. There's Kraft after it. Kraft a little poke check there by Hupka. Hupka in the corner. Picked up there. Here's Keefe with it. Keefe into the hands of Heath Nelson. There's Mason Vig with it. Vig takes a shot, got deflected down into the corner there for Heath Nelson. Nelson pushed around. Musket. Ostapovich now handles one into the hands of Luke Gary, right where he likes it. Gary fires one around Masha. Here's Vig with it there towards center. Vig fires one down behind the net of Murray. Stupka feeds it on over there to Dallas View. Here's View there in front, taken there by McNeilis. Here's McNeilis back the other way. One-on-one, McNeilis. Shot save made by Bjorn Bronis. Because why wouldn't it be?
Fans, we know before the game started, we get one more big round of applause from our Millen families for how to give us a series throughout the season.
Face-off will come to the left of Bjorn Bronis. Merniks will take the draw with Thomas Vandenberg. Let's see, Merniks wins the draw. Here's Lyons with it, out towards center. Tip Jeffress. Oh, and Jeffress gets hit hard. My God, really? Oh boy, he's already been injured once this season. We don't need him out again. That would be a no-no. Here's Slezak with it. Holy hell. God bless him. That's all I got to say. Here's Pritchard with it now. Pritchard, nice move. Pritchard shot. Just went wide. Pritchard's down there in the corner. Boy. There's McNeilis with it, a little poke check there. Amin Hajibi picks it up. Hajibi, and he loses control of the puck. Why not, right? Puck will roll out towards center there by Mason Vig. Vig off the boards. He's getting checked by Callie Sittler right now. Sitter, not Sittler. I don't know why I said that, but anyway, here's Riles with it. Riles back behind the net there for Martine Masha. Masha sends one out towards center ice. Masha tries to roll around. Hupka cannot. Now it's Olvebny. Into the hands of Masha again off the boards. Hupka's there. Here's Musa with it. Pass across. Cannot connect. There's a shot save made by Bjorn Brunis. He got pushed into the net. And we got some extras going on afterwards. Pritchard's going after somebody. I think that was Musa. Yeah, he's going after. Olvebny trying to pull Pritchard out of there like a big dumbass. That was not smart by Musa, I'll tell you that much. Oh, and of course, Pritchard's gonna get penalized for it, because why not, right? Because, yeah, that's cute. Oh, no, I'm sorry, but no. They're calling him for cross-check. Well, yeah, he did, but I don't think that was as bad as Musa pushing our own guy into our goaltender. Wow, wow, wow. Well, thank God our penalty kill's #1 in the league, and Cedar Rapids' power play is 14th in the league. Although, God, now what are they going to do? The refs are talking. They're at the scores table. Oh, now they're going to review. Okay. They're going to review the penalty, I think. Or, I wonder... Oh, as a piece of confetti flies down from the ceiling. I wonder if they're reviewing a goal, because Brunis saved the puck, and then he got pushed into the net. I wonder if maybe they're reviewing that, although that would be really stupid. I think they got to review the penalty on Pritch, because he didn't do a damn thing wrong. Sure, he did cross-check somebody, but geez Louise.
If you're looking for a great review offset, then they're
Trust me, that wasn't as outrageous as Musa pushing our own guy into our goaltender. That was flat out unacceptable right there. Well, the Zebras are going to get rocked if they don't call the right call here. Well, coming up on the first period intermission report, we'll have some scores from across the country, and we'll have a recap of what has been a phony first period in terms of referee calls. Right now, we're going to have a couple of score updates. How about some Final Four action, first and foremost? Well, it's in commercial, so we can't really give it to you, unfortunately. Well, actually, no, we will. Hang on. My computer wants to act up. Okay, here we go. Ooh, it's 57-54. Auburn in the lead with 11-12 left to go in the second half. And right now, Fargo has a 3-1 lead over Tri-City. That is also good. So, yeah. Well, one score's a good score and the other one's not because, you know, obviously we need Florida to win. Boy, they're taking a good while looking at this. For God only knows what, but on Saturday night, aye, hurry it up. Well, the one referee looks like he's going to come out. The one's still looking at it. Both of them don't know what's going on. Yeah, the one was ready to come out, but heck if I know what they're looking at here. All right, let's see. I can't wait to hear this. And they don't tell us a thing. Instead, they go talk with the coaches. So what's the scoop? Nothing, obviously. We're just going to go straight to a face-off, I guess. No explanation whatsoever. Well, we knew that. We knew the penalty. It was... Oh, geez, Louise. Anyway, face-off will come to the left of Bronis. Face-off's one. Ostapovich feeds one out there for McNeilis. Hajibi throws one out towards the blue line. Here comes Mernique, shorthanded. Mernique's up the right side. Mernique's nice moves, although he had a defender in his way. That wasn't very nice, I'll tell you that much. Puck will roll out into the hands of Hajibi. Hajibi will tip there by Stutka into the hands of McNeilis. I'm sure that's not where he wanted it to go, but there's Masha up. That'll be offsides, though. Face-off will come right in front of the penalty box, or, well, right in front of the Musketeers bench. That's what I should say. Those would be the right words. Face-off's won there by Musket. Musket, they have a hard time getting it out of the dot. There's Vig with it. Vig out towards center, picked up there by Musa. Musa throws one out there for Mason Vig. Vig towards the blue line, back for Musa. There's Musa, shot got saved, rebound wide. Okay, good. 15 seconds left. Here's Luke Gary with it. Gary feeds it on over there to Owen Keefe. Keefe towards center. All now. Here's Chelan. Shot saved by Bronis. With 5 seconds left. Face-off will come to the left of Bronis. Face-off's won. Here's Hupka with it down there into the corner. That'll do it for the first period of play. Muskies with a 1-0 lead. But we'll start from the top of the period. 103 mark Cole Hiles went in 2 minutes for hooking. Then the goal happened. Gavin Gary from Max Anderson and Kaysen Musket at 11:34. Then Bobby Williams went in 2 minutes for interference at 14:12. And then some phony penalty for Tate Pritchard, like they all usually are, for cross-checking. Other scores from across the country. Chicago's at Youngstown just took the lead, actually, 3-2. They're just getting started with the third. Right now tied up at 0, getting ready for the second. Waterloo's at Team USA. Of course, we just told you the Fargo score. Sioux Falls leads Green Bay right now 3-1. They're about to get started with the second. Dubuque leads Omaha 3-0 at the end of one. Of course, our game. And then Lincoln at Madison, well, puck drop for that will start in about 10 minutes. Final Four update, another one. Right now, Auburn has a 57-56 lead, so they're coming back. I hope Florida can pull it off because that would look good for me, not my peers. I mean, my uncle has Houston winning it, which I think was kind of dumb as it is. But anyway, right now Bruins lead the Hurricanes 2-0. This is NHL action at the end of one. Right now tied up at 0. Tampa Bay is at Buffalo in the first intermission. Maple Leafs lead the Blue Jackets 1-0 with 9:23 left in the intermission there. First intermission, Flyers leads the Canadians 1-0. Blues lead the Avalanche 2-0 at the end of one. Utah leads Winnipeg 1-0 at the end of one. 10 p.m. Eastern Time, the Golden Knights are at the Flames, as well as the Kraken at the Sharks. Devils beat the Rangers 4-0. Senators beat the Panthers 3-0. Penguins beat the Stars 5-3. Canucks beat the Ducks 6-2, and the Kings beat the Oilers 3-0. NBA scores. Timberwolves lead the 76ers 44-40 with 3:05 left to go in the second quarter. Grizzlies lead the Pistons 38-36 with 4:11 left to go in the second quarter. Bucks are at the Heat coming up here shortly. 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time, the Mavericks are at the Clippers. And the Knicks beat the Hawks earlier today, 121-105. MLB scores right now at the end of 3. The Rangers lead the Rays 4-1. Bottom of the third right now, the Reds lead the Brewers 4-0. Top of the third inning, the Blue Jays are at the Mets tied up at 0. Middle of the third, Marlins lead the Braves 2-0. Coming up shortly, the A's are at the Rockies, and then later on tonight at 9:05 Eastern, the Mariners at the Giants, as well as the Guardians and Angels at 9:38 Eastern. Interesting. Tigers beat the White Sox 7-2. Twins beat the Astros 6-1. Cubs beat the Padres 7-1. Nationals beat the Diamondbacks 4-3. Dodgers beat the Phillies 3-1. Yankees beat the Pirates 10-4. Orioles beat the Royals 8-1, and then we had a postponement. The Cardinals at the Red Sox. Rain, it happens. That's all I'm going to say about that one. So, boy, thank God it's the Sunday night baseball matchup, so they're able to play at 1:35. Anyway, we'll take a break. We'll be back in about 13 minutes.